Today I wanted to let you know about these e-bikes. I wanted to let you know which one's my favorite, which one's the prettiest, which one's the fastest. We're gonna answer it right now. So, my favorite one, my most common one that I will choose to ride at the moment between all these e-bikes is this one, the Ride 1 Up Limited. It is a great e-bike when it comes to just comfortability. It has a great torque sensor that makes the ride feel super natural. The road tires on it feel really smooth. It has great suspension. I did swap out the seat, however, because this seat is way more comfortable than the seat that it actually came with. But as far as like the ride quality go, it's just a super smooth ride. It has decent battery range as well, so that you can travel a decent trip on it. But overall, this is like my go-to one, and it doesn't have front fenders, it doesn't have a rear taillight or anything fancy like that, but man, it just rides smooth. The torque sensor on it just feels amazing. So out of all these e-bikes, right there, Ride 1 Up Limited, that's what I ride. Now when it comes to appearance, my favorite e-bike that I like based off of looks, because I'm shallow like that and I care about looks, is right here, the Velotric Thunder 1 ST. This e-bike is sexy, dude. The paint job on this thing looks so nice, and like it just looks super crisp. It has black rims, sleek tires. This e-bike looks great. It has a phone mount right here that is included, so you can just put your phone on it. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. It's just a great bike, so I think this one looks the nicest. The battery is embedded into the frame here, so that also adds to making it look really sleek and nice, because you don't even see it. It looks like a normal bicycle, although I don't think that's quite as functional because I can't take the battery out to charge it inside the house. But this one wins in the nicest looking category. The best suspension e-bike would be this Aventon Adventure 2. This one is great with these fat tires, with the suspension it has, the comfortable seat. This is a nice, smooth ride. I'm telling you, when I jump on this thing, like, it's just a breeze going over top of any bumps. So if you like riding on gravel roads, if you want to use an e-bike for hunting out in the trails, if you want something that's a little more versatile for just getting you around all-terrain type of environments, then I really think this Aventon Adventure 2 is the way to go. It's pretty nice. This is the most expensive e-bike I own. It's $2,000, so take that into consideration if you're considering this one, but suspension is great. Now, having said that, this Ride 1 Up Tourist is also an all-terrain e-bike. It's not quite fat tires, but they still have like knobs on them that are pretty nice. But this one has a lot of travel range in the suspension actually. So this actually offers a lot of suspension as well, surprisingly, even though it's not a fat tire e-bike. So this one is like the runner up in that category because it has a really comfortable seat and a ton of give in these front handlebars. So the suspension is actually really, really nice on this Tourist one. It's all terrain. It has a cadence sensor, not a torque sensor though. So if you don't know what that is, watch one of my other videos where I explain it. The only bike out of all these ones with cruise control is the Engwe bike, which is a really cool feature. If you are a commuter and you don't want to hold down a thumb throttle all the time, or even a twist throttle, you don't want to hold it like that all the time, then this Engwe bike has cruise control, which is a really unique feature about it. And since we're over here, this Propella e-bike is probably best suited for the most affordable. It's $1,000, so it's the cheapest bike out of all of these ones right here. The cheapest one, and it comes with these cool blue rims. But this one rides like a road bike. Like this one is smooth. It rides like a normal bicycle. It doesn't have suspension at all though, so this is best for flat surfaces. But taking it out, it just rides. It's so lightweight. It comes in at like 36 pounds or something, so super lightweight. And this one is really easy to pedal and maneuver, and it's the cheapest. The Santa Monica e-bike is the only one with a full twist throttle up here, so that is pretty cool about that. Sometimes I accidentally whiskey throttle on it though, so you got to be careful with it. This e-bike looks nice. It's pretty affordable as well. It comes in at around, I think, $1,200, and it's pretty clean looking. The range on it isn't that great though. It only gets like 20 miles on one charge, but still a nice bike, still has front suspension, still is a pretty smooth ride. This bike is taller, so like it sits way above these other bikes with that front bar there as well. So just know that it's like a taller ride, but it's very ergonomic as well. I love the curved cafe style handlebars that come towards you. That's way better for posture and ergonomics. So that's nice about that e-bike. This one, the Velotric Nomad 1, is also a runner-up when it comes to my favorite e-bike. I know I haven't mentioned it yet, but this thing is a great joyride. It's such a nice for like commuting, like just taking it for a nice general stroll. This thing is great. It has a cadence sensor, so like if you want to go at faster speeds but don't want to exert a lot of energy, this bike is great. It's really awesome for, I would say, commuting over tops or rough terrain, because it does have these fat tires as well, so it's great for gravel roads when I drive on like the back roads. So it also has nice premium parts in it. The battery is UL certified, so that's a nice thing. And this is like one of my top 3 e-bikes as well right here, the Velotric Nomad 1. I think these 3 are like my favorites right here. The Ride 1 Up Limited, the Event Adventure 2, and the Velotric Nomad 1. Now, I cannot forget the Velotric Discover 1. This was my very first e-bike. I had nothing to compare it to, and I absolutely loved it, and I still love it. I think it's a great e-bike. It is very quality. They actually improved it. So this is the original one that I have, which comes with mechanical brakes, which these brakes are pretty rough actually. The new one, though, comes with hydraulic brakes, which are way easier to squeeze and way easier to operate. So I'm glad that they actually made some updates to this bike, because this is just one of my favorites as well, just because I have probably put the most miles on this one, because I rode it like nonstop for a year straight. So put a ton of miles on it. I had to do 0 maintenance. I didn't have to change brakes or anything. The software still works, the computer system, the battery works still great, just like the day I got it. I still get great range out of it. It has the most range. It has a max range of 65 miles. So this is also a great e-bike, especially if you're just starting out. This was my first e-bike and I absolutely love it. The only e-bike with integrated front and rear lights with blinkers is, of course, the Event and Adventure 2. I love the lights on this thing. I love how it's integrated right into the rear frame like that. You have your little blinker lights there, which are great, and brake lights. The only other bike with rear brake lights is your Velotric Discover 1. But the Velotric Discover 1 is way more affordable than the Event and Adventure 2. But yeah, those are the ones with rear taillights integrated into the frame. So there it is, all my e-bikes that I own at the moment. I feel like any bike is a great e-bike. So if you have a normal bicycle, throw it away, get an e-bike, because e-bikes are just way better in general. I seriously love them. I go on way more bike rides now. It gets me outside, it gets me pedaling, it gets me active. My wife loves it. So e-bikes are the way to go. Now you have a little bit better idea of like what I enjoy and what I think is nice about all these e-bikes. So there it is. Catch you on another one.